Jake from JacobTubeHD. Welcome back to the movie I want to talk about. The show that decided to get into culinary for some reason. Now you might be wondering why I'm in a kitchen and not a red bedroom. Well, first I need to prove to the world that I leave my bedroom and actually do something with my life besides reviewing movies and evading taxes. I'm down here in my kitchen because I wanted to do something no one else has ever done. Open a restaurant from their own kitchen. Now you might be wondering why I didn't just find an actual space to open a restaurant up in instead of using my kitchen to house a restaurant. Well, that's too much money to find a restaurant space, and I think it's best not to invest any money into your startup business. If the business fails, you don't lose any money. It's a win-win. I want my restaurant to feel like you're having a casual dinner in your house, despite the fact you're being charged for the food and you get kicked out as soon as you pay for it. Some people, though, like to eat outside, which is why I also let people eat in my yard. It's similar to a picnic, but you're in someone's backyard and you get kicked out if you stay too long. Kicking people out is just so much fun. I want my restaurant to give the feel of what it is, which is a restaurant in a house. So I'm calling my restaurant Jacob's Totally Cool Restaurant that is located in his house. I think it's very subtle, but it gets the message and feeling across. I just opened the place and I think it could be a great side hustle for me. I consider any job a side hustle because the main hustle is existing. Existing is harder than any job you could have. I have to get out of bed every day. Do you know how hard that is? Ooh, my first customer. Every time I go to a restaurant, I always wonder what it would be like to talk to a person from the other side of the register. Always one of my biggest curiosities in life. Hi, I'm Jake from JacobTubeHD and welcome to Jacob's Totally Cool Restaurant that is located in his kitchen. The restaurant that will give you food in exchange for cash, which will help fund my vinyl addiction and potential legal businesses I would like to start. What can I get for you today?
What kind of food do you serve here?
Anything that is in my fridge or freezer.
Do I get to know what's in your fridge?
But that takes the fun out of serving food. The element of surprise is the best part about serving food to people.
But you're supposed to know what you're ordering at a restaurant.
Nah, I never like to know what I'm ordering at a restaurant. It makes the experience more exciting, and I want to guarantee my customers an exciting time.
Whatever, just get me some food that will actually taste good.
You got it. One mystery dish is coming up. While you wait for food, enjoy some entertainment on this random TV in my kitchen. Hi! If you're watching this, then that means I finally opened a restaurant and you're watching this while I'm making you food. I always knew I was able to do it. I just had to believe in myself.
Who makes the entertainment at the restaurant their own content?
A desperate YouTuber. That's who does it. Since you're in my restaurant getting ready to be served whatever I decided to feed you, I thought the best type of entertainment to perform for you is a review of a film that takes place in a restaurant. So pull up a chair because you're going to love the in-house entertainment this restaurant will provide you. You might even enjoy it more than the food. I hope you enjoy the food more though, because that is what gets me money from this place. This is Good Burger. This film is about Dexter being forced to get a summer job at Good Burger after wrecking a teacher's car. When a new competitor named Mondo Burger opens across the street, it's up to Dexter and a not-so-bright cashier named Ed to save the restaurant before Mondo Burger puts them out of business. This film stars Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell, who were a famous duo on Nickelodeon, being a part of the original cast for All That, and starring in their own show, which has one of the best theme songs on all of Nickelodeon. Speaking of All That, Good Burger and the character of Ed both originated from a series of sketches from that show. I'm shocked, but a sketch from a kid's show can be translated into a fun feature film. Kenan and Kel had perfect chemistry on television, but their dynamic translates beautifully into a movie format. They're great as individuals, but they shine the brightest when you see them bounce off of one another. Kel is the standout here, as Ed is such a ridiculous character that you fall in love with him. He gets a laugh out of me anytime he's on screen. Kel also adds some depth and emotion to the character that makes Ed a bit more than the one-note joke from the All That skits. The two of them are also surrounded by a fun supporting cast that elevates their talent as a duo except for one creep. The story and conflict is very predictable and you know how it's going to end, but you're able to root for these characters because of how fun and relatable they can be. Kurt is a very cartoonish villain, especially with how passionate he is about getting Good Burger shut down. He does the craziest things to get Good Burger out of business that could be very entertaining for kids but are outlandish for adults. Same could be said for a lot of the humor. Some of the jokes are dumb, but kids will still find them funny. Even if they're very childish jokes, they can still provide a laugh to any age. Also, there's a lot of moments that are clearly here for adults. It can get very cartoonish at times, but it's still a fun film that will have you giggling the whole way through. Good Burger gets a 4 out of 5 grapes in someone's nose. Now, I would keep rambling on, but I'm pretty sure your food is done. You goddamn right it's done, and I gotta say, it's the best thing I've ever made.
It's just a plate of pizza rolls you microwaved for a few minutes.
And they're the best pizza rolls I have ever made. I was hard at work standing by that microwave while past me reviewed Good Burger.
Why are there only 15 of them?
15 is the perfect amount of number of pizza rolls per plate. There's nothing wrong with the number 15. What, you think I'm made of even numbers or something? You think even numbers just grow on trees? Well, they don't. Not everything in life is even. Sometimes shit gets odd. There's nothing wrong with getting a little odd sometimes.
Do you need a minute?
Yes, I do, because 1 minute is an odd number. Let me tell you something. I hate that odd numbers always get a bad rap. It's always 2, 4, 6, 8. But what about 1, 3, 5, 7, 9? That's not even an even amount of odd numbers, but I don't care because I am here to give the odd numbers some justice. Okay? You know 7, 8, 9? You think that's true? Because I think it's just a bunch of propaganda. Some fear-mongering propaganda to make other people scared of the odd numbers. You know, they always just think, oh, the odd numbers are just a bunch of cannibals because they just eat other even numbers and other odd numbers. Well, they're not cannibals. They're just misunderstood misfits. And I am here to give them the rights and justice they deserve, just like the other even numbers.
Okay, I'm just gonna go and enjoy my food while you get the help you need.
I don't need help. The odd numbers need help. Man, people just don't respect odd numbers these days. It really is a shame. I think the restaurant business is going well based on the interaction I had with the first customer. I think I'm on the verge of greatness because being on greatness is too scary. The verge is a nice middle zone between the scariness of being on greatness and the sadness of not being on greatness. You know what? This confessional thing is just as fun as running a restaurant from my kitchen. Who knew reality TV could be this fun? Ooh, it's the second customer, which is slightly less exciting than the first customer because I'm getting used to the feeling of having customers. Also, you are all distracting me from my job, so you guys need to leave as I go back to operating my business downstairs. Man, who knew reality TV people could be so rude?
Hi, I'm here for Jacob's Totally Cool restaurant that is located in his kitchen. I heard strange reviews about this place on Yelp, so I wanted to check it out.
Welcome to the restaurant with the long name you just said, so I don't have to say it twice. What can I do for you?
What do you have on the menu?
Whatever the fuck I want to make. It's the best part of having a restaurant in my house. I get to give away the food I buy with my hard-earned money.
I can live with that. I can go for a nice mystery. I think I can put aside my long week starvation for the fun of a mystery.
That's what I've been saying to the one other person I served food. Surprises are fun, especially if they're food related.
Exactly. You'll never know what food you put into your mouth. It's so much fun, especially when you get food poisoning from it or regular poison.
Oh, we don't do the poisoning thing here at this restaurant. I'm thinking if this restaurant is successful, I might open up Jacob's Totally Cool restaurant that is located in his kitchen that may or may not poison you. The rule will be that if you walk into the building, you can't sue me if you get poisoned. I think that's legally binding.
As someone who doesn't know how the law works, that sounds good enough to me. Let me know when it opens. You got any drinks?
Yeah. You like liver disease?
What?
I'm just gonna play something on the TV while I make your food. Hi, new customer! Apparently I serve one customer at a time because multiple people at once is too hard for me. So, to whoever is watching this, do you like movie reviews?
Yes, 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 I love movie reviews.
You better have said yes, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm assuming that me reviewing the first film was already played in the restaurant, so why not review the sequel and give this person no context whatsoever? This is Good Burger 2. This film is about Dex being down on his luck, which leads him back to Good Burger as Ed gives him his old job back. Dex devises a plan to get back on his feet, but when it threatens the fate of the restaurant, Dex and Ed need to bring back customers and save Good Burger. Kenan and Kel reprise their roles almost 20 years after the first film, even though it isn't the first time Kel had played Ed since the original film, thanks to All That having a short reboot. For a sequel made 20 years after the original, could have been worse. Kenan and Kel's chemistry is still top notch here. The chemistry isn't as electric as it was in the 90s, but you can still tell that they're having a blast together. Ed is just as fun as he was in the first film. Nothing has changed about this character since Ed is just as ridiculous as the last time. They make Dex a really shitty person here, trying to hustle and scam anyone he meets. Yeah, he tried to scam Ed in the first film, but in that movie, he was just a teenager who got into an accident. Here, he's a failed business mogul, desperate to get back on his feet. He's kind of redeemable by the end, but he's still an asshole for the majority of the movie. At least Kenan is still fun and entertaining in this role. All the new side characters are able to keep this film fresh and entertaining. The villain is once again unnecessarily cartoonish, but there is a unique twist with the villain that elevates it a tad bit. The story is very similar to the original and is just as predictable as the original, but once again the plot is just a vehicle for Dex and Ed to get into crazy scenarios. This movie is filled to the brim with celebrity cameos. Some of them work well with the movie and get some laughs out of you, and others are interesting to say the least. It has some problems, but overall it's an enjoyable sequel with fun familiar moments and fun new moments to keep it fresh. Good Burger 2 gets a 3 out of 5 flying grannies. I'm done talking about a movie, which typically means your food is done. I'm able to time my cooking to the length I talk about movies. It was a gift I was born with. Food is done, so bon appetit. Most people like to say bon appetit, but I like to be unique.
Is that a slightly cooked bagel?
What's wrong with that? I took a lot of time applying the cream cheese on that.
I love the craftsmanship. This must have taken a while to make. But it's lunchtime. Why have a bagel for lunch?
Why wouldn't you eat a bagel for lunch? You know, if you were a true bagel enthusiast, you would appreciate the bagel at any time of day. Society norms shouldn't determine what you eat at what time. Eat a bagel for lunch. Eat a pizza for breakfast. Eat baked potatoes for dessert. Don't let the world dictate what you eat at what time. You do whatever your heart desires. Also, I'm pretty sure you said that you were starving for a week, so any food in this house will suffice you.
Fair point. Have a great day.
You too. That was a great first day of restaurant operation. I think I really have what it takes to run a restaurant from my own kitchen after only serving 2 people. I'm shutting the place down though because it's too stressful to cook for 1 person at a time, and I enjoy my day job of reviewing movies, but I really think I could run a restaurant if I wanted to. The best part about running a business is shutting it down. It's fun to put people out of a job even though I didn't have any employees. I guess I have to head to my room now that I've shut down my business. Hey, you know what? Fuck you, Thor. You have no right to hurt this beautiful arm of mine. You know what? As retribution to torture you, I'm going to open this door and shut it repeatedly, which is going to be very annoying to both you and me. Ah! Ah! And a creepy basement I don't plan on exploring. I haven't been down in that basement at all. I've been in this house for a while, and I've never once gone into that basement. I saw the long, creepy stairs when I first found this place after. And it just terrified me. I couldn't do it then, and I haven't been able to do it in the last 5 months since I moved here. You know what? Halloween is coming up, so why not make it scarier for myself? I'm gonna do my Halloween episodes, but not in the living room like last year. I'm doing it down in that creepy basement I just ran away from. I'm gonna face my fears and head into this basement to review a scary amount of movies. I faced a lot of fears this year, so why not end it during the scariest month in the scariest part of this house, the basement? I got this, right? Next week.